Security Ottawa Convention news. The NATO members Finland, Poland, and the Baltic countries plan to quit the 1997 Ottawa Convention due to threats posed by neighboring Russia. About Ottawa Convention. It is a legally binding international agreement that prohibits the use, stockpiling, production, and transfer of anti-personnel landmines. It is also known as the Anti-Personnel Mine Ban Treaty. It was adopted in December 1997 and became effective from March 1999. Member states. It has been signed or ratified by 165 countries as of 2025, with notable exceptions such as the United States, Russia, China, India, and Pakistan. It prohibits anti-personnel mines, but does not cover anti-vehicle mines. The convention includes provisions to assist victims, many of whom have lost limbs and suffer from other permanent disabilities. Biological Weapons Convention. News. The Biological Weapons Convention, BWC, has completed 50 years recently. About Biological Weapons Convention. It was the first multilateral disarmament treaty banning an entire category of weapons of mass destruction, WMD. It effectively prohibits the development, production, acquisition, transfer, stockpiling, and use of biological and toxin weapons. It is a legally binding treaty. It was opened for signature in April 1972 and entered into force on March 26, 1975, 50 years completed in 2025. It supplements the 1925 Geneva Protocol, which had prohibited only the use of biological weapons. Members. 188 countries, with Comoros the most recent to become a member. India is a member. 4 states have signed but not ratified the treaty: Egypt, Haiti, Somalia, and Syria. INS Varsha. News. India is set to commission its new strategic naval base INS Varsha in coastal Andhra Pradesh. About INS Varsha. It is a strategically designed submarine base to house India's nuclear-powered submarines, both ballistic missile SSBNs and attack SSNs variants. The high-security facility, part of the long-planned Project Varsha, is designed to support India's growing fleet of nuclear submarines and enhance the survivability of its sea-based deterrent. The new base will be located near the coastal village of Rambilai, approximately 50 kilometers from Eastern Naval Command headquarters in Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. It will feature underground pens and tunnels to house nuclear submarines, ensuring stealthy operations in the Bay of Bengal. Financial Fraud Risk Indicator, Friday. News. The Telecom Department introduces Financial Fraud Risk Indicator to fight cyber fraud. About Financial Fraud Risk Indicator, FRI. It is a multi-dimensional analytical tool to empower financial institutions with advanced actionable intelligence for cyber fraud prevention. This initiative aims to bolster cyber protection by identifying mobile numbers linked to potential financial fraud before a transaction takes place. Developed by Department of Telecommunications under its digital intelligence platform, DIP. Working. The FRI is a risk-based metric that classifies mobile numbers into 3 categories: medium, high, and very high based on their likelihood of involvement in financial fraud. The classification draws from a comprehensive analysis using inputs from various platforms, including the Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center's National Cybercrime Reporting Portal, NCRP. Structure platform and intelligence shared by banks and financial institutions. It empowers stakeholders, especially banks, non-banking financial companies, and UPI service providers to prioritize enforcement and take additional customer protection measures in case of a mobile number with high risk. Operation Deep Manifest. News. The Directorate of Revenue Intelligence, DRI, recently seized 39 containers carrying 1,115 metric tons of goods worth around 9 Indian rupees crore of Pakistan origin under Operation Deep Manifest. About Operation Deep Manifest. This operation targets the illegal import of Pakistani origin goods that are rerouted through third countries, mainly via Dubai, UAE, to bypass restrictions. Launched by Directorate of Revenue Intelligence, DRI, under the Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs, CBIC, Ministry of Finance. Context of the operation. After the Pahalgam terror attacks, India banned imports of Pakistani origin goods routed through third countries like Dubai. Earlier, these goods faced a 200% customs duty. Operation Hawk News. The Central Bureau of Investigation, CBI, arrested 2 individuals in Mumbai and Delhi under Operation Hawk. About Operation Hawk. It is a dedicated anti-cybercrime drive launched by the CBI in 2025 to trace, identify, and prosecute offenders engaged in online child sexual exploitation with cross-border digital footprints. Launched by CBI's International Operations Division. Operation Carbon, 2021. Operation Meg. The operation follows and Chakra, 2022, which aim to trace suspects and dismantle similar networks with global connections. Operation Sindoor. Key technologies used. News. Operation Sindoor is a recent demonstration of India's modern layered air defense and precision strike capability. It highlights how India combines indigenous systems with advanced foreign technologies to secure its airspace. Key weapons and technology in Operation Sindoor: Akashtir, AI-based air defense. AI-powered air defense network, similar to Israel's Iron Dome. Developed by DRDO, ISRO, and BL. Uses radar and sensors integrated with NAV-IC satellite navigation. Detects, tracks, and neutralizes drones, UAVs, and missiles. Mobile units enable quick deployment in high-risk areas. Akash medium-range surface-to-air missile, SAM. System. Developed by DRDO. Maximum range, up to 45 kilometers. Interception altitude, up to 20 kilometers. Powered by a ramjet rocket for sustained supersonic speed. Guided by Rajendra Phased Array Radar and 3D Central Acquisition Radar, CAR. Can track and engage multiple aerial targets. S-400 Sudarshan Chakra. India's most advanced long-range air defense system. Procured from Russia. Intercepts aircraft, UAVs, ballistic and cruise missiles. Maximum interception range, up to 400 kilometers. effective at altitudes up to 30 kilometers. BrahMos Supersonic Cruise Missile, supersonic missile. Jointly developed by DRDO and Russia's NPO Mashinostroyenia. Range, about 450 kilometers. Speed, nearly Mach 3. Provides rapid, precise strike capability. Precision air. Includes Hammer, Scalp, and Meteor missiles. Launched missiles air-launched from Rafale fighter jets. Enable long-range targeting and deep strike missions. Anti-drone and D4 anti-drone system developed by DRDO to loitering weapons. Neutralize hostile drones. Skystriker loitering munitions, co-developed by India and Israel. Harop drones developed by Israel, used for loitering attacks. To the point. Weapons/technology in news, India, Sahastra Shakti context. The DRDO has successfully showcased the laser capabilities of its 30-kilowatt Mk2 laser-directed energy weapon system, named Sahastra Shakti. About Sahastra Shakti laser weapon system, Mk2, developer, Defense Research and Development Organization, DRDO, power output. 30-kilowatt system built using 6 high-energy laser beams, each rated at 5 kilowatts purpose, tailored to counter low-altitude aerial threats including drones, swarm UAVs, and helicopters. It is also capable of disabling enemy sensors and communication antennae. Operational range, up to 4 kilometers under current testing conditions. Significance. India has joined a list of selected countries, such as the US, China, and Russia, with such capabilities multi-influence context. The Indian Navy, in collaboration with the Ground Mine MIGM. Defense Research and Development Organization, DRDO, has successfully carried out trials of the indigenously developed multi-influence ground mine, MIGM. Key details about MIGM. It is an advanced underwater naval mine aimed at strengthening the Indian Navy's operational effectiveness against contemporary stealth submarines and ships. Developed by Naval Science and Technological Laboratory, NSTL, a DRDO establishment. Salient features. Equipped with multiple sensors capable of detecting acoustic, magnetic, and pressure signatures of passing marine vessels. Contains integrated electronics and processors to analyze sensor data and initiate necessary actions. Can be deployed from various naval platforms, including ships and submarines. Long-range glide. Context. DRDO conducts successful trials of bomb Gaurav. Gaurav long-range glide bomb. Key details. Type. Long-range glide bomb, LRGB, weight class, 1,000 kilograms range, demonstrated an effective range of 100 kilometers with high precision development. Entirely indigenously designed and developed by DRDO Weapons/Technology in News, World, IGLS. Context. Indian Army gets new Russian missiles IGLS to counter drones, choppers, jets. About IGLS, it is a man-portable, shoulder-launched surface-to-air missile, SAM, system that uses infrared, IR, homing to lock onto the heat signatures of aerial targets. It is also known as Very Short-Range Air Defense Systems, SHORADS. Range. It is capable of engaging targets up to 6 kilometers away and at altitudes of up to 3.5 kilometers. Golden Dome. Context. United States President Donald Trump announced a $175 billion Golden Dome project. About Golden Dome. It is a proposed next-generation missile defense system inspired by Israel's Iron Dome, but far more ambitious. The system will use multiple layers to protect the entire United States from various missile threats such as ballistic, hypersonic, cruise missiles, and even space-launched missiles. Hawkeye 360 technology context. The U.S. has recently cleared the sale of Hawkeye 360 technology to India to strengthen its surveillance capabilities. About Hawkeye 360. The technology uses clusters of 3 satellites in low Earth orbit, LEO, to detect, geolocate, and analyze radio frequency, RF, signals. Significance for India. It can identify vessels that switch off their automatic identification system, AIS, to evade tracking in sensitive or disputed waters. It will enhance India's maritime domain awareness, particularly in the Indo-Pacific region. Exercises in News Exercise Duslik. The 6th edition of the India-Uzbekistan Joint Military Exercise Duslik 6 started in Ond, Pune. Duslik is an annual military training initiative held alternately in India and Uzbekistan. Exercise Nomadic. The Indian Army contingent departed for 17th Elephant Edition of India, Mongolia Joint Military Exercise Nomadic Elephant is an annual training event conducted alternatively in India and Mongolia. Exercise Shakti. The Indian Army contingent has departed to take part in the 8th edition of the biennial India-France Joint Military Exercise Shakti. This exercise is held every 2 years, alternating between India and France as host nations. Aim. To enhance interoperability, operational coordination, and strengthen military-to-military relations between the two armies. Operation the European Union Naval Force, UNIFOR, Atlanta. Under Operation Atlanta has suggested conducting a joint exercise with the Indian Navy. Purpose. The operation aims to enhance peace, stability, and maritime security in the region. It focuses on tackling piracy, narcotics trafficking, illegal fishing, and related maritime threats. Area of operation. It is active in the Western Indian Ocean and the Red Sea.